everybody. I hope you enjoyed that little sneaky peek introduction, but we are coming in today with a new must-sew summer dress. I am so excited to bring this video to you today. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned towards the end after I do a review of this new dress and new pattern company. I will also just show you the other few items that I did make in the month of June. So yes, I am so very excited to bring you today a new pattern release that is plus size friendly. I will go over that here momentarily. I have the dress on, as you can tell, and yes, I am so excited to talk about it. So let's just jump right into it. It is a new pattern called the Lima dress puff sleeve dress, and it is by Kosedo designs. And let me just, I'm gonna look at my notes down here. It is the designer is Vanessa Martina. I will leave both the website where you can purchase the pattern as well as her Instagram. Make sure you go show her some love, follow her over on Instagram, and go check out this pattern. So this was a pattern test through the month of June. So I'm going to go into quite a few details. You all know how I do. I'm going to go into some details. I'll talk about the fabric that I have on, which you won't believe what it is. And then, yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into it. First of all, for those who follow me, you already know I'm not a fan of gathers around my waist, and I will tell you, initially I was nervous about this dress, but it's so cute, so pretty, and I love the way it looked on Vanessa when she on her post on Instagram, and I was like, yes, I am going to test this. I want to see how this looks on me. I have never made a sleeve that gathered around my bicep area, so that was totally new to me, and yes, everything just went together beautifully. But let me share with you the process. So the process was really good. Vanessa shared, of course she has the private Facebook group, and she was sharing the updates and different things that she made to the pattern along the way. So she definitely kept us updated and posted on what was going on with everybody's input and different things of that nature. First of all, can we just shout out this cover for this pattern? I will pop it up over here. Gorgeous. Love that. Love that. And she has a variety of sizes. So the sizing starts, so she broke it up in A, B, C categories. So you have your A category, which is a certain size, which goes from, let me just tell you, it goes from a size 2, well, it says 2 to 10, and then B is from 12 to 18, and then the C is from 19 through 24. But when you get into the actual body measurements, it is, you start with a bust small, and then you go to a full bust, a medium bust, and then a full bust, and then you also have your waist and your hip measurements, of course, that are in here. And so I fit into the C category, and I picked the full bust. So you can be in the C category and be small busted, right? But I am full busted, and so I fell into the C category. And what I did is I went off of the body measurement in inches, and so I graded between sizes. So this was awesome to have the opportunity to grade between sizing. I started with, because I am a 50 around the bust, but I saw that this is a little bit more fitted at the top. I still wanted a little bit more ease in that bust area, and so I did a C4, which that is measuring at 53.5 inches at the bust. So I wanted that extra room, even though I measure at a 50, and so so that was fine for me. And then for my waist, I am at 45, but I went up to a C8, which is a 46.5 inches, and then the hip then is 57.5. So I went ahead and just graded from a C4 to a C8. C8 in order to get the fit that I was envisioning that I wanted for the dress. And so let me just walk you through some of the muslins and I'll show you pictures. This was, I haven't tested in a while, so this was fun. This was a fun test to do. This is a woven dress, just so you all know. And so here's the picture of my first test version in this pink. So what I wanted to do was, usually for tests, depending on what it is that I'm testing, I like to pretty much do the whole garment. And so the bodice is lined. I did not do the lining part, but I did do the sleeve. I went ahead and did the full bodice, and instead of doing the full skirt, I just measured down to what would be where I would want to wear it as a top, and which I highly recommend this as a top. But so I wanted to get the full effect, how I felt to get the sleeves in. I didn't just want to do the bodice only. I wanted to see how the sleeves fit. I wanted to see how the skirt part fit, at least at the top part that will be going over my tummy area. I just want to see how that flowed and how that moved. And so this is pictures of my first muslin. And so as you can tell, very, very tight. I was a little nervous because I'm thinking, ooh, I don't like that bunchy gathered look, and that's how it looked during my first muslin. And so and then it was tight around the arm side area. So Vanessa took everybody's notes and everything into consideration, and as you can tell, it was tight on me in the back as well. And so yeah, so she went ahead and made the updates. And then here is my second muslin, which, oh my gosh, when it zipped up, I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Now the second version, as you can see, I only did just the without the sleeves, because she talked about the changes that she made to the sleeve area, the arm side and whatnot. And so I didn't bother with that, but I just wanted to see where it hit and that bodice fit me fine, and how the bottom of the bodice was going to fit, because I figured where that was hitting me was how the gathers would kind of look, if that makes sense. And so yeah, so then I went ahead, and if you can tell from the back, it's a little big on the back. I was thinking I needed to do a sway back adjustment even after the second round. And so what I decided to do was go ahead and just take in the seam, take a deeper seam in that back seam, just to take some of that bulk out of the back, because it definitely looked like I needed a sway back adjustment even in that second version with doing, and I still did a C4 to a C8, and that worked out beautifully. As you can tell, you should be able to tell in the video, but just in case, I wanted to try as much as I can show you. As you can tell, here is my waist is here, and so I like where this is hitting. As you can tell, the gathers, it's not bunchy how it was in that tester version. And then the sleeves, for me, I measured around this part of my bicep to know how tight I wanted this, because I don't like tight elastic, because then it will itch and I will be moving it all around. So there's just a nice amount of room in there. It's not tight. It's not going to leave a ring around my arm or anything like that, which I like. And so as you can tell, hopefully you can see, I took out that the extra fabric that was in the back, and it calls for, hopefully you can see the zipper, it calls for an invisible zipper. But because during testing, I actually was going to use a totally different fabric, but the fabric was just too thin for this dress. I decided to use this fabric, and I didn't have an invisible zipper to go with this fabric. So the camel zipper that's in, it's a camel color, blends right in. It's a regular zipper, so it's not an invisible zipper, but it still goes very well. The fabric, let's talk about this fabric. Would you believe this came from a thrift store? I haven't done one of those videos probably in well over a year. For those who longtime followers of mine, you know that, you know, I order fabric online and whatnot, but I used to go to the thrift stores, Goodwill, different thrift stores like that, and just go through their fabric section or go through their sections where they had bed sheets and just look to see if anything looked good to use for fabric. And so I do that. I used to do that all the time. And so now, well, we're in lockdown now, so I don't know when I'll be able to do that again. But this is a bed sheet. And when I don't know what thread count this bed sheet is, but when I tell you it is nice, it is nice. And I remember, and I've had this in my stash for like 2 years. And I've always wanted it to be a dress. And I thought I would want it to be a shirt dress. But because, let me see if you can see. See the animals? It's directional, but the animals aren't walking. They weren't all walking in the same direction, if that makes sense. But they're all... it's all going one way, so I had to make sure I cut my pattern pieces out right. And we have pockets, and my pockets is lined with the same fabric. But if you can tell, so I tried as best I could to lay the pattern pieces. So I knew the center front, I wanted these two here, and then the back, I don't know, I tried my hardest with that back. Let's see if you can see. I tried to get that back going pretty good, but I do love the fit. This is a princess seams on the front and the back, so the shaping is really nice. That's why I was able to take out some of that seam allowance in the back, so there wasn't because there was a lot of fabric back here, so me just taking in the seam allowance back there worked beautifully. But this fabric, it's a cotton. I don't know what thread count it is, but it is beautiful. And so the bonus to using this is that I measured it. It was 82 inches wide. So I don't know if that was a queen size bed or I don't know, but it worked beautifully. And so I was able to use it for this. I thought it went beautiful with the necklace I have, my earrings on, you all saw all of that, and my shoes, which I'm so happy about. I think I mentioned that I was looking for some neutral tone sandals with the heel, and so I got these from DSW. Actually, they were having a really good sale. And so anyway, sidebar, so that the styling, everything was absolute, everything just pulled together beautifully. And so what else do I want to mention? Like I said, it is somewhat of a soft launch for this weekend. This is the 4th of July weekend, and so when you're seeing this, it will be the day after the 4th. So make sure you go to her website. The pattern will be available on her website. So far as the instructions, so she has made quite a few updates to the instructions, and so I will say, based on and if you've sewn princess seams and put in an invisible zipper, this is hands down so super easy to do. And so, but the instructions she do lay out, she does have a legend in there that talks about the right and wrong size, stitching, different things of that nature, if you think you might get hung up a little bit on that. And then doing the gathers, so I didn't find anything. So when you're testing, here's the thing about testing, you do find different things that need to be corrected, whether it's in the grammar or if it's in the didn't quite understand how that went type thing. So those things were corrected during the testing phases and during her edits and all of that. So you all definitely should be good to go. Some of the notes I made in here would have been for her when we were going through the testing and everything, testing phases. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Oh, finishing off the inside. And so I did finish off it is a fully, did I say that already? It's fully lined. And so I finished off, you all know I don't do the stitch in the ditch, which the pattern calls for. You all know I struggle with stitch in the ditch. So what did I do? Yes, I used my heat bond to fold under the lining on the inside and lay that down. And so and maybe I can show you, I'll see if I can show you that part. Okay, so this is where I use the heat and bond to hold this down. I didn't do it so well over here, so I'm gonna have to slip stitch, but And this is how the sleeves are finished off. You can hide those seams in between the lining and the outer, but yeah, beautiful. But so overall, I just absolutely love how this dress turned out. It is absolutely beautiful. It's nice and flowy. I love the pockets. The length on it is beautiful. Hopefully I've been popping up pictures and different things of that nature of the dress throughout me talking about it. And again, like I said, very nice size range, so you should be good to go there. Definitely follow her if you did not realize she is a black owned pattern designer, and so let's go out and support her. Follow her, share her patterns, and share repost her post about her new dress pattern. And so yeah, I am so super excited to have tested. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Any changes I would make, I would definitely make this into a top again. Actually, I'll make it into a dress again, but I do like the top version that I made just for the testing. I would love to do that again now that it's all finalized. I would love to do that again. The other thing I would do is bring in the neck, the shoulder seams here just a little bit. I'm fine with the neckline, how deep it goes. That doesn't bother me. But if I'm honest, if my bra straps were sitting in the right spot, you would just see half of my bra strap. So for me, I would need to bring the shoulders in probably, that's about an inch. Yeah, I will bring that in about an inch, and then I won't have to worry about my bra strap showing. So that will be the only change I will make. But again, see that whole gathering situation, it's not the typical, it's not bunchy, which I don't like bunchy gathers, if that makes sense. Or maybe it's just my technique in gathering and it just looked bunchy. I don't know. But anyway, I am so super excited to have tested. Again, if you have any questions on this, again, it's a beautiful summer dress. And again, what calls for wovens, you can use a nice challis would be good in this. I would love to do an African print in this. Vanessa did that on one of hers. And so one of her dresses, and I just love that. I'm loving it. So yeah, that is it. I think that's all I have. What else was like, oh, I was gonna let me just mention real quick. So my sleeve piece, because the sleeve piece is pretty big, because you're gathering it in at the top here, and of course you're gathering in at the bottom, so it's really wide. And so I'll show a picture here. I had to turn my pattern piece on the cross grain in order for it to fit and cut it out. And so my animals, they're upside down, they're sideways. I don't know if you can't, I guess you can't tell, but they're sideways. You can't tell that, but yeah. So I absolutely love it, love it. And yeah, let me grab my other makes from the month of June. You all know it's not a lot, but I'm gonna pause right here. I'll be right back. Okay, so you all know what I made. For those who follow, not everybody can watch every video, I understand. So let me just show you real quick what I made in the month of June. So in the month of June, I had 2 sew-alongs last month. And one was for this makeup bag and lip caddy set. This is the Transcendence makeup set. I did a full sew-along and everything. I talked about that. I will link that up above. Actually, it's my most recent sew-along, so I'll link that up above. It has the pockets on the inside, slip pockets and everything. Has the back pocket back here. So yeah, if you did not see this video where I talk about this and go over the sew along for that, go check that out. I will link that up in the iCard. And then I also made my other sew along this month was the Cashmere Patterns Turner dress. And again, I will link that up above. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments on that sew along. And remember, for all my sew alongs, if you ever want to skip around, in the pinned comment at the top of that particular video, I leave timestamps. That way you can just skip around and do whatever you want to do for the sew alongs. And then you all know I made my set. This is the Seamwork Clark tank. And this is the Helen's Closet Winslow culottes in shorts. So I did the shorts version. Love, love, love. And I'm so happy I was able to wear everything, including this dress. Everything. I forced myself to wear these things this month, because in quarantine, when you just in and you don't have a lot of places to go and you're cutting down on going here and going there, it's kind of hard to figure out when you're gonna wear this stuff. But I purposely put everything on, wore everything at least once this month. So I am very happy about this here video. It was my Friday extension, that video, and so which you all enjoyed. So yeah, I will link that also in the iCard, and you can go check all of that out about this pattern, these two patterns. And so yeah, that is it. Hopefully, and see my bra strap showing a little bit there. Hopefully you go check out Kosedo Designs. Vanessa is lovely, lovely, beautiful, beautiful young lady. And so yeah, go check her out. Go follow her on Instagram. I'll leave the link to the website where the pattern is, as well as to her Instagram down below. And yeah, that is it. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay tuned. Wednesday is a haul, and it is a big one. So we will see you on Wednesday. Have a blessed week. Bye.